Evening, everybody. This is the Opinion Guy. I am Charles Dyke Warrior, broadcasting just minutes away from the world's most famous beach, Daytona Beach in Daytona Beach, Florida. And as you know, when it rains around here, I like to call it the world's wettest beach. And by far, we are getting tons of rain lately. Luckily, not when I'm out door dashing, which is why I'm still providing those great photos. And if you're not seeing them, follow me online and you'll see some awesome photos of Daytona Beach. It's nice to DoorDash by a beach. I got to tell you, you get that sunrise and it looks really cool. But we're not here to talk about sunrises. Tonight, we're here to talk about rock and roll. And tomorrow night, we'll be talking baseball because what are the two things I love the most? Rock and roll and baseball. Since this is my show, those are the things that we put on the air. Tomorrow night, I have the son of Hall of Famer Orlando Cepeda coming on. He's running the Orlando Cepeda Foundation, and we're going to talk all things with the foundation and baseball and stuff like that. But tonight, like Joan Jett sang, I love rock and roll. I forget the guy who did it originally. She actually copied that song, but I forget the guy who did it originally. And we don't need to put a dime in the jukebox because we got the lead guitar player from Fire and Ice on hand, and his name is Sparrow. So without further ado, I bring to you Sparrow. Hey, Sparrow, what's going on?
Hi, how you doing?
I am fantastic. Welcome to the Opinion Guy.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, thanks for stopping by. This is so cool, and really excited to reach out to Dave and get you on here tonight. So you know what? Let's start at the top and just give the audience a little idea of what type of rock is Fire and Ice.
So Fire and Ice, if I had to break it down to its very core concept, I would say 80s inspired rock and roll. It's the best I could describe it.
All right.
Like all the big sounds of the 80s bands that people remember, like Dokken, Eros, Cinderella, Rat, all that, all those bands that we all love, we grew up loving. We decided we want to bring that sound back, and so that's the sound that we want to deliver to the modern audience.
Very cool. That's awesome. And so far, you have an EP out that's called Hypnotize, right? And a relatively new album that came out in December. So, I mean, we're in May now, so like 5 months, 6 months, called, what the heck is it called again?
High Roller.
High Roller, yes, of course. Oh, actually, here's the cover. I actually have the cover right here. See that? I come prepared. I do show prep. It's hard to believe, but I actually do. There it is, High Roller. It reminded me of Cheap Trick because they have a song called High Roller.
Well, do they?
Yeah, off of the one that has Surrender on it. Yeah. I forget.
I'm blanking on the name of it.
I know. I can see the album cover. I remember the one after that.
I have it over here actually, but
oh really?
I think I do.
Oh, that's cool. Bring it up.
Oh well.
Yeah. Anyway, the one after that was Dream Police. Yeah, I remember that one. That was the name of that album. I can't remember the name of the other one. Anyway, whatever. That's what I thought of when I saw that. I was like, oh, High Roller. It's like Cheap Trick. Yeah, very cool. Great photo. And so a lot like 80s. And that's nice. What were your influences growing up?
So for me specifically,
yeah.
I'm always grateful for my dad for this because he raised me on all like the classic rock that he grew up with, like Led Zeppelin, Boston, Aerosmith, Asia, like all the great bands from the 70s and early 80s, all that.
Uh-huh.
And later on, as I grew up, I got more into like discovering things on my own. So I got more into like, especially around high school. So listening to more like, I discovered the band, the Foo Fighters. And pretty much all throughout high school, that was my favorite band ever. Like those guys are my heroes.
Yeah.
And when I went to see them at Citi Field, I always remember the date because this is July 15th, 2015. This is the tour, maybe you remember, when Dave Grohl broke his leg and he was playing the rest of his tour on a throne, on that big chair.
No, I don't remember that, but that's pretty grueling.
Well, yeah, so when I went to see them that day, that was that show. Like, that was the day I decided I wanted to be a musician.
Cool. And how old were you when that happened? Like, what? That was your aha moment. How old were you for that?
I was like 13, so I was 17.
Okay.
I had been playing guitar at that time for about 3-ish years. Yeah,
Uh,
3 years. Well, still relatively new.
so was it like just seeing him on stage doing that, or was it the show that they put on? Like, what was that where you went like, I want to do this? What was the?
It was a very specific moment during the show. So
Uh,
they have this song. I don't know if you're familiar with their songs, but they have this song
yes.
called My Hero.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, I know it.
Yeah, so like when they were doing that song, they did something special. They went out into like there was like this walkway towards like further into the crowd. So
Yeah,
they came out all the way into the middle and they did like an acoustic version of it.
nice.
And the way just the more like intimate version of that song, like Virgo's and the words and just seeing how the crowd reacted. It just it's hard to describe just the exact feeling I had. It was just overwhelming. I'm like, oh my god, like this is amazing. And I decided right there, that's gotta be me on that stage one day, doing the same
Wow.
exact thing. Like entertaining like all these different people, having a good time, and just playing music that I love.
Yeah. That's awesome. I mean, it's really cool to hear musicians talk about that. Like Paul Stanley will always talk about, and he'll always qualify it by saying he never thought he'd be the Beatles, but he saw the Beatles on TV and he just knew he was like, I can do that. Like I can't maybe not be the Beatles, but I can control an audience. I can do that. Like that aha moment. That's so cool. And the whole scene, like a concert at Citi Field, like you're outdoors. Citi Field, for folks who don't know, is where the Mets play. So it's an outdoor baseball stadium. And to be out there, it must have been like I'm picturing like a warm New York evening and like the wind's blowing and you see them on stage doing this acoustic and you're just like, this is it, man. This is what I'm doing. This is my destiny.
Yeah, it was warm that day because it's the middle of July. So
Yeah.
Also, that's also when it's most humid. So
we know about humid down here.
Oh, I'm aware.
What's that?
I'm aware. You're down in Florida, right?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm aware. I cannot.
Oh, yeah?
I love Florida, but I could not deal with the humidity. I don't like it at all.
I actually love it. I lived in New York pretty much my whole life. Well, now I've been down here for like 6-7 years already. But I lived in New York for 55 years, and I was warm like 2 months of the year. I love the heat, man. I'll open up my window when it's 100 degrees outside, and we've been hitting 90 lately, and just let it all come in. It just feels so good. Anyway, yes, I love it. So definitely a great place. So you've been to Florida? You've been down here?
A couple times. Mostly just the only times I've been was to go to Disney, but yeah.
Yeah.
I would say that counts.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, absolutely. We're an hour away from Orlando, and we go we go to the Food and Wine Festival every year at Epcot, which is amazing. And we stay overnight because I emphasize the wine part as much as the food. So I am not driving home. And so it's Uber to the hotel and back. And yeah, it's great. Great time. And the theme parks are awesome. There's another side of Orlando for folks out there. There's another side of Orlando that's also really cool, and we'll check that out as well. But yeah, the theme parks are so much fun. It is really like one of the happiest places on earth. And Universal does a very good job as well. I have not been
in that Universal since I was a little kid.
Oh, really? Yeah.
It was like 2000. What year was it? It was I went there like during a hurricane, funny enough.
Oh, geez.
It was like 2004-ish. Around that time was like, what was that hurricane? Hurricane Charlie, I think it was. I forget which one it was, but I went there during a hurricane. So that was fun.
Oh, yeah, really? Yeah. Yeah, well, if you live down here, you kind of just roll to punches. I mean, well, I roll to punches. Like we're prepared. And if it comes, it comes. If it doesn't, it doesn't. What are you going to do? You can't stop it. You know what I mean?
Go to Waffle House.
Yeah, go to the Waffle House.
I've heard about that. It was like a whole, what was it, an emergency system just based on Waffle House?
But it's not hot. Yeah, I gotta see if they're open. There's a comedian who actually has a bit like that. He's so funny. I can't believe it. I didn't realize that was such a big thing. Yeah, I've never been there. It smells good, but I've never eaten there. I guess I'm not a true Floridian unless I eat at Waffle House. How did we get on this, Sparrow? How did we get on this conversation?
I don't know.
It's Waffle House in Florida and White Castle in New York.
I actually don't like White Castle.
They're opening the first.
Well, then again, who does?
Yeah, well, I used to have it like at 2 a.m. after a night out when when I was younger. Get a whole sack of them, put them in the car, and eat them on the way home.
Mikey, our drummer, he loves White Castle. Like he
there you go.
Swear by it.
Well, they are finally opening up down south, and they're opening here in Daytona Beach. I don't know when exactly, but I saw a headline in a local newspaper. They're opening soon down here. Because it was always like White Castle in the north and Crystal that does the same thing as White Castle in the south, and now White Castle is invading. It's like a burger civil war.
New Yorkers are bringing the White Castle with them.
Yeah. Well, yeah, you guys are coming down here left and right.
Yeah.
I actually talked about that on my politics show. We don't want to talk about that tonight. I thought we were talking about music.
Yeah.
So far we covered food and Disney. So how about the band? What are you guys up to?
So right now we're in the process of actually writing some new material for the next album.
Oh, nice.
Matter of fact, we're going to go into the studio this Saturday to record a new song.
Holy smoke. So what's the writing process like? So you joined the band, just a little bit of background. Before we get to the writing process, how did the band form and when did you become a member of the band?
So the band formed like as of like the initial lineup because there's been a lineup change, but I'll get to that. So the initial lineup, which consisted of John Tora, Shane Chester, Mark Spider, and Mike Gemini, they all got together around the beginning of 2023. That is when that was when the band really formed.
Okay. So
they took the rest of that year to really rehearse, get stuff together, get stuff ready for when they would perform their first show, which happened on January 14th, 2024.
Okay.
At this small dive club in Manhattan called Berlin Under Ray. They were one of the opening bands for another band that did mostly like 80s like hair metal covers. Okay. So they do that show, and then they do 2 months later, they released their first EP called Hypnotized, pretty much, which was a showcase of what they wanted to sound like.
Right.
So from there, they doing all these different shows to promote the EP, promote themselves, get their name out there. And just that first year alone, they got a pretty decent gigs. Like the first big one that they got was opening for Steven Adler at the Starline Ballroom here over in New Jersey.
Nice.
Yeah, that was a big show for them, and I was there for that actually.
Oh, cool! Really?
Yeah, I was one of their roadies that day.
Oh, that's amazing.
Because which ties into I was actually at their first show.
Huh.
Yeah, so I've been following this band like for pretty much since they started, since their first show.
That is so cool.
Yeah, because like John, the lead singer, was also on Long Island like I am. That's also how he would offer me rides. So that's how we started becoming more good friends as time went on.
Yeah.
Eventually, I ended up being the roadie. Eventually, John's guitar tech. And then it's crazy how this goes. I went from roadie to guitar tech to lead guitarist.
That's amazing. So you weren't friends with them. You just heard their music and started following them?
Well, so like a couple of weeks before that first show, I went to see a different that other band that I mentioned that did 80s covers. Yes. They played at another club here in the city a couple weeks prior. I went to see them.
Okay.
And somebody that I met there told me about, hey, there's this band from you should come see these guys in a couple of weeks. They're there's this band from Long Island gonna sound like 80s covers. I'm like, wait a minute, what? Like, I didn't think like and band from Long Island doing like 80s style music. Like, I didn't think that would exist nowadays.
Yeah.
So I'm like, absolutely, I'm gonna go check this out. And it ended up being that was Fire and Ice.
That's so cool. So the other guitar player, left, and then they just said, "Hey, do you want to audition?"
So Shane, he actually funny. Get this. So Shane wanted to leave because he didn't want to be in the band anymore. He wanted to pursue other interests, pursue other music.
Uh-huh.
So it was no bad blood at all. We're still good friends with Shane. He'll always be part of our family. But what's interesting was he handpicked me to replace him.
How about that?
Because at the same time, while I was like great friends with Fire and Ice, I was in this different band within our local like New Jersey, New York, maybe 80s metal scene.
Yeah.
It was a band called Chains and Leather. We mostly it was a cover band, and we mostly did covers of lesser known like obscure bands from the 80s. So like Manila Road, Liege Lord, Randy, Shock Paris. Like really obscure stuff, but we all really liked it. So I was doing that for a while, and then eventually, this was actually John's idea once because he wanted to do it. He brought the idea to us. So hey, why don't we do a Wasp tribute set where we just cover Wasp songs? And me knowing I absolutely love Wasp, they're one of my favorite bands. So I'm like, absolutely. Really? I'm like, hell yes, let's do it.
Yeah.
So we set that up. We actually managed to do it. We co-headlined that show with Fire and Ice. So it was us doing the Wasp set and then Fire and Ice.
Yeah.
So we do that show. It goes great. The other thing is John was fronting that tribute show. Mark was also on bass. So it was pretty much half a Fire and Ice, half a Chains and Leather for that show.
Yeah.
The day after that show, I got a call from Shane, and he was telling me that I'm thinking like leaving Fire and Ice to do something else. I'm like, oh shit, that that took me back because I thought, oh my, yeah, that's crazy to me.
Yeah.
But then he told me that like, yeah, but I want you to take my place, which I'm like, wait, what?
I'm not worthy.
I'm not worried. I'm not gonna lie, I kind of felt that way a little bit. Because Shane is an amazing guitarist. I always say that about him. So he's like, yeah, I want you to take my place. I want you to audition for them. I know you're gonna do great. So I'm like, oh my god. So absolutely, like, these guys are not just like a band that I love. These guys are also at this point my good friends.
Yeah.
And like be asked to like take his place in a band like this, it's like, absolutely, I'm honored. I will take it.
Mm-hmm.
So throughout the next couple of months, I do like I don't just have the gig immediately, right? So I'd have to I do a couple of rehearsals with them, which is pretty much a de facto my de facto audition.
Yeah.
And from what they told me afterwards, yeah, like John would tell me afterwards, after the first rehearsal, was like, yeah, these guys, you did really good. They were very impressed. I'm like, damn.
Yeah.
That's a good sign. But then eventually they told me, yeah, you're the guy. You're taking it. You got the gig.
Nice. Yeah. So they felt it right from the beginning. Like they felt the chemistry right from the beginning when you that first note you played. They're like, this is gonna work.
It's funny that I actually have an audio recording of like that whole audition.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You do? You recorded that?
Yeah, just on my phone. Just the audio of it, the whole thing.
Oh, nice. That's really cool. That's a great memory.
Yeah, it is.
So now you guys are going into the studio for will this be an EP or will it be the second LP?
This will be the second full-length album.
Okay, and you're involved in the writing process for this one. So, what is the writing process like for the band?
Uh, it's not really something set in stone. It's like so for the last for High Roller and Hypnotized, the two main songwriters for those releases were Mark, our bassist, and Shane. They were the two main songwriters.
Okay.
And so now that Shane's gone, it's gonna be up to me and Mark. Mark already has a couple songs. Matter of fact, the song we're going to record this weekend is one of Mark's.
Okay.
I've also got a couple of ideas I'm working on. So it's really whoever, or if John has an idea, like whoever comes up with song ideas, we just like bring it to each other. Maybe hash it out. Like he'll suggest a change here. Someone else will suggest something here. Try this. What's really what I like is we're very collaborative, I would say, when it comes to the songwriting process.
That's good. Excellent. Yeah, I was going to say you probably have you've probably been writing all along, even before joining them. So this is like a great outlet now for where you can actually get your stuff on onto vinyl.
Absolutely. Well, we don't have vinyls out yet, but
Yeah,
we're doing vinyls eventually.
Yes. And I was saying before the show, you have a great voice. Are you thinking about this? Your talking voice is great. You could definitely be on the radio. Have you been doing any singing in the band?
Well, thank you, first of all. I've never really heard that one before. But as far as like singing leads, no, not exactly. Right now, I'm just doing a backup vocals.
Yeah.
I'm harmonizing when I can.
Okay.
I don't need to harmonize.
Right.
But
well,
it could be like a Kiss situation where it could be just like no, it goes like. So that's speaking of actually, good that I brought that up. So the way our band works, which I think really sets us apart, was we have like two singers in a band. So like how Kiss have Paul Stanley sing some songs and Gene Simmons sings others. Right. We have songs where John sings and others where Mark sings.
Yeah. You know, it's so funny. You said that. That's exactly where I was going. I was going to be. You could be like Ace Frehley. I was going to say that. And Ace has told people, had told people that he never felt like he was really good at singing, and he was just like, and I'm paraphrasing, but like he's just like faking it, And if you ever, but I mean, "Shock Me" is a great song, and so, he got the job done for sure. "Rocket Ride," it's all good stuff.
Hard time. Apparently, if I remember right, wasn't it like Ace had to record a "Shock Me" just like he was like the lights are off, he was just laying down, he just recorded it like that.
Oh, did he really? I didn't know that.
I think it was something like that.
Freaking drunk.
No, he was just so shy. Like he had like nobody in the room.
He was drunk. He had a drinking problem, but he was sober in the last how many years it was before he passed away, 10 or 15 years. Yeah, that's my all-time favorite band. Did you ever see them?
No, I never did. It's what's crazy? I was like very, very late to the Kiss train.
Okay.
I'm talking like a month before Ace died. That's when I finally got into Kiss.
Yeah. You got a little bit of a catalog to catch up on.
Yeah. What happened was just for the longest time, I was like one of those. I was one of those like. Can I swear on here?
What's that? Yeah, of course. You say whatever you want.
I was one of those assholes that just wrote off like, Kiss are just a fucking gimmick or whatever. Who cares? But then one day I'm at a local record store in the city. I'm just like, and I see Kiss's debut on cassette. I'm like, my bassist and my other bandmates love Kiss so much. I never really gave him like an honest chance, so I figured, fuck it. The cassette's like $8. So I'm like, might as well bring it home, listen to it, actually see what Kiss is about.
Yeah. Well, they're early. I mean, in their early day, that album, of course, is great, and there are songs on that album that they played right up to the end, like "Black Diamond" and "Deuce." "Deuce" is one of my all-time favorite songs.
Deuce, Cold J, and Strutter.
Yeah,
I liked a couple Kiss singles, like "I Was Made for Loving You," Strutter, Detroit Rock City. Like I knew about the hits, but like never like the deep cuts,
Deep cuts, yeah. I can go on. I love them. I actually have Paul Stanley's rose tattoo on my arm over here.
Oh, really?
Right up, right up there. That's underneath. It says writer in Hebrew, but that's his rose, and he has it on his left arm.
Nice.
Yeah, I love them to death, and I wanted to get something, to signify that. But I didn't want to get their faces or something like that. I want or the name. I wanted something that could mean different things to different people. You know what I mean? But if you're a Kiss fan and you see that, you're gonna be like, "Is that Paul Stanley's rose you got there?" And it has happened to me, by the way. So yeah, that's why I did that. But yeah, I saw. I mean, I saw the original lineup at Madison Square Garden in like '78, which was just freaking amazing. I know, man. Yeah, and even when the original lineup got back together in '96 and they played the Garden, it was still like the most amazing. There was, even though Ace and Peter weren't good for the long run, like Gene Simmons would say, that they're good for sprinters, but they're not good there for the marathon. That chemistry, and Bruce Kulick was great, and Tommy Thayer and Eric Singh. There was no chemistry in Kiss like those original four. Absolutely incredible to see them together. A whole different level of that band. And the music, through the generations, it was great. The last couple albums, like most bands after a while, aren't so hot, but they just, I love them to death. I can go on forever. They're like in my DNA, like I love a lot of music and a lot of bands, but when they come on, simply the best in my opinion. Who's your favorite band?
I've got three actually. So my top three are like Megadeth in this exact order: Megadeth, the Ramones, and Wasp.
Oh, nice! All right. The bass player in Megadeth did a talking book tour. What was it? What's his name again?
David Ellefson.
Yeah. I saw him at the Iridium in New York City. He had come out with a book, and he was just playing a little bit those nights. Bumblefoot was there, and the bass player from a band called Angel was there, Felix Robinson, and they were just playing whatever, like no real set list. They were just playing different songs, and he was talking about what it was almost like a class on being a bassist as well. It was really cool. It was a nice night, and the Ramones are great. I saw the Ramones at the Stony Brook University.
Oh, really? You saw the Ramones? Damn.
Yeah, well, I'm old, man. yeah, I saw the Ramones at Stony Brook. Yeah, great. Yeah, that's really great stuff. Yeah, really good. They come on they're on my playlist all over the place, the Ramones. Cool. So you guys going into the studio, and do you have like an estimated ETA to tell the fans as to when that album's going to come out?
Not really right now, because we only just started getting songs. We're only just starting to get songs together, starting to write.
Yeah. Okay.
We've already got a couple ideas in the works, but as of right now, I can't really say when it's going to be done. We don't like to rush an album. They did this with High Roller, and we're still keeping the same principle as let's not rush it. Let's take our time. Let's make sure it's the best that it can possibly be, because that's what our fans deserve.
I agree with that philosophy. It was a philosophy that drove. I wrote a book. Now I'm rewriting it, but that basically was the philosophy. Like, you can't, like I explained to people, no matter how much, if you're making a cake, no matter how much you want to eat that cake, you can't take it out of the oven until it's ready, because it's not going to be right. You can't release that album until it's ready. Same with my book. I can't release it until I know it's ready, and you guys know as the artists, we're ready. Yeah, 100% agree with that. While we're talking about the music, why don't we bring up? We're going to play two songs. We're going to bits of two songs. I'm going to share the screen here, and we'll go to. Let me see. Coming Home. Let's check that out. Okay, let's see what. This is a song that you guys are. Are you guys pushing this as a single right now?
Like I said, it's not a single, but it's surprisingly it ended up being a fan favorite. And it's actually my personal favorite song off the album.
Okay, I listened to the whole album. Yeah, I listened to the whole album, so I know I heard it. Let's give it a little listen right here.
What makes
we gotta get
maybe it's just being the very best at what you do.
Oh, look at that. Oh, I like that already. really hard driving.
Out on these dusty roads, I've been roaming all night. Headlights cut through the dark, chasing the morning light. Every turn I take,
Great stuff.
every mile I drive, as I get closer to you, no matter how long the ride. Will your face on my mind as I ride through this night, through the fire and rain, and all the time we're away. Yeah, hold on, I'm almost there. Don't go, I'm coming home. Every mile I take, as I get closer to you, no matter how far I am, I'm coming home to you.
Great stuff. That was awesome. I like that right there.
Yeah, like I said, that one's my personal favorite off the album.
Yeah, really good. Yeah, definitely have that 80s sound. I love it. There are a couple bands out there doing that or something very close to it. I don't know if you've heard of Wicked. They're from Rochester.
But yes, we have heard of Wicked.
Yes, they're amazing. I'm sorry?
Yeah, there are several bands around here nowadays.
Yes.
It's not just us anymore.
Yeah. Wicked actually was my first guest on the show. I used to see them all the time in New York. They're amazing individuals as well as a great band. They come down to Florida every now and then, and I have seen them down here as well. They're just great people. Yeah, absolutely. If you guys could ever play with them, I'll probably be at the show.
I think we've tried asking them to play a show together once, but it just never worked out.
Oh, really? Yeah.
Yeah, so never say never. Could happen someday.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, of course. Yeah, absolutely. Another one I'm going to throw at you, and let me know some 80 bands that you think me and the audience should listen to. Gunshine. They're from Florida, but they've toured with Steel Panther, opened for them. They've opened for Buck Cherry. That's where I saw them when they opened for Buck Cherry. They're awesome. I've been seeing them like once a year. They come through, and I'll see them. Gunshine, fantastic band, really good. And the lead singer is like a distant cousin of Elvis Presley, which is pretty cool.
Really?
Yeah. I asked him about that once. I've interviewed them too, and I asked him about, and I forget the story now, but it's like a second cousin or something. But he's got the blood. He's got the Presley blood, and he's the lead singer in the band.
Awesome.
So yeah, wasn't that cool? It's a great story for them. Yeah, great story. So anyway, so who would you recommend? Give us some recs.
From around
besides
here,
Fire and Ice.
Obviously, Fire and Ice. First of all, I'm not sure if there's this one band from Philadelphia. They're called Breaker.
Okay.
Actually, the singer is actually they're a female fronted band.
Okay.
And they do more, not exactly what we do. They're leaning more towards like classic heavy metal stuff. But I'm really liking, especially the new song that they put out the other day. New single.
I'll definitely check them out.
That'd be one I'd recommend personally.
I definitely check them out. Do you ever listen to Hailstorm? Hailstorm.
Yeah. Yes, I like Hailstorm. Yeah, I like some Hailstorm.
Oh, great. Yeah, really good band. Alrighty. So we basically, so essentially your influences were like the Ramones and Wasp and and you had a third there, but those were basically your influences, those bands that you listened to, that you listed before. Oh, the Foo Fighters.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. I'm sure, like besides the Foo Fighters, you've been to many concerts. What is like the best concert you have ever seen?
Ooh. I mean, obviously, like I said before, the Foo Fighters, that was like a big one for me. Most important. That was the most important show I've ever been to.
Oh yeah.
That's what decided the rest of my life.
Yes.
But past that, some other big shows. Ooh. So I went to see Guns N' Roses at MetLife Stadium.
Nice.
In 2016 at the Not in This Lifetime tour, like the first reunion
Yeah.
tour.
Nice. That's great.
It was fucking hot that day.
Oh,
it was
really?
like almost, it was like close to 100 outside the stadium. You can imagine how it was inside.
Man, oh man.
We were all sweating bullets. Like Axl Rose, like he changed shirts like 3 or 4 times.
Did he really? Holy
Yeah.
smokes. Wow.
They played a lot.
How were they?
Slash fucking. It was also Slash's birthday. He powered through. He still wore the same shirt the whole night. He powered through it.
Good for him.
Oh, but they sounded good. They sounded amazing. It was.
Did they really? Awesome.
To this day, I've been to a lot of shows, but that one still stands like one of the best I've ever been to.
Oh, very good. They actually just played here at Welcome to Rockville. That's only about 10 minutes from my house in Daytona, and they headlined one of the 4 nights of the festival. And in the past, I've gotten media passes to go to it. So I tried to get a media pass. I emailed the wrong person, and then I was just like, that would have gone. The night I was going to go, Jason Bonham's son. Wait, I get that mixed up. John Bonham was in Zeppelin. Jason Bonham's the son, right? He has the tribute band to Zeppelin. I'm sure you know. Buck Berry played that night with Jason Bonham's tribute band. Guns N' Roses and Alice Cooper were all playing that night at the festival. And I'm like, all right, I'll go that night. So I emailed somebody. It turned out to be the agent of a band I interviewed, not the person related to Rockville. And I never followed up after that. I was just like, got lazy.
Oh, well.
Anyway. Yeah, so I never saw Guns N' Roses. That's my never saw Guns N' Roses story. Because back when they first came around in the 80s, they would go on whenever the heck they wanted to. Like they would go on like 10 at night if they wanted to. Like whenever
those infamous stories like Axl.
Yes, and that's actually I actually find that incredibly insulting, right? Like Kiss was like, if we tell you 9 o'clock, it's 9 o'clock. We're not screwing around with you guys. We know you paid your money for a certain show at a certain time, and we're going to do that. And I feel like every band should do that because it's respecting your fans. You know what I mean? You don't keep your fans waiting 2 hours just because you don't feel like it. So I was really ticked off about them. I love the music, but of course they grew up and they don't do that anymore. And I would definitely go see them, but it just didn't work out this time. Yeah, awesome. That's really cool. Great, great. You've seen some good shows, for sure. Foo Fighters and Guns N' Roses.
Guns N' Roses.
Yeah,
I went to see also. Who was on that bill? I've seen. At Jones Beach, I've seen Boston, Heart, Cheap Trick. Matter of fact, I actually got to meet Heart because I got VIP for that show.
Very good.
I got to meet and take a picture with Ann and Nancy.
Nice. That's so cool.
Sweethearts. They're both sweethearts.
Yeah. Oh, are they nice people?
Yes, they are.
That's awesome. That's so good when that is the case. You know what I mean? Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I saw Cheap Trick again back in the day. I haven't seen Cheap Trick since the 80s. But yeah, they were phenomenal. I forgot where I saw them now, but they were really great. Yeah, great band. I love them. So I had another question for you here, and this could be you speaking for the band or you speaking just for yourself personally. But what is success in the rock industry now? So like back in the day, we're talking about bands like 70s and 80s. And, Paul Stanley would always say, he would always say that one day he's going to headline Madison Square Garden. That was success, selling out the Garden. So is selling out and headlining the Garden still the epitome of success? Or what defines success for you and or the band right now?
Don't give me the easy questions. I guess I'll speak for myself personally. Okay. For me, I would say when I know I've made it,
yes,
it would be to see where I saw my heroes, Foo Fighters, at Citi Field. That's my personal goal for me.
Awesome,
really.
Great, yeah.
As far as like the rest of the band, I could probably say success looks like for us being able to do this whole thing and only music for a living. We don't have to do our day jobs. We can just focus on this, and this would be our lives. and that could, yeah, I could say that would be a success for us.
Absolutely,
And
yeah.
the industry is very different from what it was back in the day. Nowadays, it's less on like album sales and more on like how viral can you be, like on like TikTok and like Instagram and all that. Like it's the industry is it's changed a lot.
Oh yeah.
And some people can either adapt and possibly still try and make it, or you can't break through at all.
Yeah. Yeah, that's why I asked that question, because it's changed a lot over the years, I know. And I know like a lot of people don't realize artists have like day jobs. I mentioned at the top, maybe before you came on, that I DoorDash. I dash like every morning for like 5 hours, you know what I mean? Because I gotta, I'm a writing's an art, and I gotta I'm a freelance writer, and jobs come and go, but DoorDash is always there. So I do that all the time. So yeah, a lot of people don't realize that that's the case with artists these days. You need to have a second job. I mean, most people have a second job anyway, but you need to do that as an artist, so I like that definition. You made it when you can make a living off of that and nothing else. That's really, really cool. I like that a lot, Sparrow. That's great. You know what? I do want to hear another on our audience here, another song that you guys have that I was really digging. So let me go back to sharing the screen. We'll hear a little bit of that one too. And here it is. Let's see. Back to YouTube. We'll bring this up, and it's called, I want to make sure. I was going to say, Don't You Cry. Yep, exactly. Don't You Cry.
Yes, that's it.
Yeah, there it is. Really cool song. God, this song's great. You gotta hit subscribe, too. Now, speaking of Paul Stanley, see, they're listening to us. He's over there on the right now.
Time it's the same when I gaze into your eyes, and when you're looking at the stars above.
That's a great riff right there, man.
I know you want to cry into the moon. I know it too, because I'll do the same for you.
Love it. That's really good, man. Excellent work.
Sorry.
All righty. Great stuff. So,
yeah. So I was gonna say my mic was muted. Yeah, we all love that song. That's one of the ones that Mark wrote.
Oh, is it really? Yeah.
He sings on.
Excellent song. So when you joined the band, they just like gave you a bunch of songs to learn for when you went on tour?
Pretty much. Like some of the songs I already knew just because I liked them so much. I learned them on my own.
That's true. Yeah, exactly. That's neat. So where in Long Island are you from? I got to ask you. I lived all along Long Island. Where are you from?
I'm in Valley Stream on the
South
nice. Shore.
Yeah. Very good. Yeah, I lived in most of my time in New York was like Farmingdale, Lindenhurst, and the Smithtown Hapog area.
John is actually from Massapequa.
Oh, really? How about that? Yeah.
Not too far.
That's right there. Very cool. Yeah, so is the whole band Long Island based?
No, just me and John. Mark and Mike. They're both in New Jersey.
Okay.
Like Mike is in Bayonne. Mike is in Bayonne. Mark is in Bogota.
Okay. Awesome. Yeah,
now Rahway, that's where our studio we rehearse and where they recorded the album is.
Oh, okay.
Hellhound Studios. That's why we say like we're from Rahway, because that's pretty much our home base.
Mm-hmm. All righty, great stuff. So You guys, are you guys hitting the road? And where can people find you online and find out about the upcoming LP and where they might be able to see you play? Where can people reach out to you guys?
So a place that we're most active is going to be our Instagram page, which is Fire and Ice Band. Fire, the letter N, Ice Band.
Okay.
We're also on Facebook, on TikTok. And as far as upcoming shows, we've got several big ones. We got a couple here on the East Coast. We got on June 12th, we're playing in Somerville, New Jersey. And in July, let me check the calendar. July 11th, we're playing in Butler, New Jersey. But in between that, we've got 3 very, very big shows that we're all very excited for. So we're doing 3 shows this summer on 3 separate days at the Whiskey A Go-Go in Los Angeles.
Awesome.
First one's going to be June 20th. We're opening direct support for Dokken.
Nice.
And then July 24th, I believe, we're opening for Steelheart.
All right.
And then August 28th, we are opening up for Slaughter.
Oh, that's fantastic. That is great, man. You guys are making the move.
Yes, all 3 shows at the Whiskey A Go-Go.
Nice. And that's a legendary place.
Absolutely legendary place.
Fantastic.
I cannot wait. Me specifically, I cannot wait.
Yeah.
My first show at the Whiskey, and I'm opening up for Dokken.
I know, right?
That's I can't get over saying that out loud. It's still crazy to me.
That's cool. We'll definitely enjoy that moment. Yep, absolutely. And thanks for coming on. It was great to have you on as a guest this evening. Yeah,
absolutely.
Fantastic
Thank
stuff.
you for having me. This was fun.
Oh, good. Thanks. I appreciate you saying that. And for all the people out there, thank you for tuning in. I don't know where in the world you are or what time it is in your neck of the woods, but no matter the time, I hope you had a good time. This time, until next time, we will see you later.
Show is over, close the storybook. There will be no encore. And all the random hands that I have shook, well, they're reaching for the door.